Welcome back to Cactus Core's Pokemon Marathon, where we discuss our favorite Pokemon from each generation. My name's Kevandre.
My name is Bobby.
Last time we went over our Kanto choices. See that previously in this playlist.
Right. We also laid out the rules, so if you have questions, go back to that.
Right. We basically just both have 3 top Pokemon from each generation, and we'll list them off here for you.
Sounds good.
So why don't you go first?
Okay, so my number 3 Pokemon, because we are going in order, from Gen 2, is Sudowoodo. Mm-hmm. I like the name.
Yeah, it's a good name.
I think the design is very, very cute.
Yeah.
And meeting him in game, I was like, oh, he thinks he's a tree.
And he wiggles.
Yeah, and he wiggles and dances, and he's like, oh, it's so adorable.
He's one of the most memorable Gen 2 Pokemon for sure.
Right? He just always sticks out in my mind.
Yeah.
So that's really...
He sticks out in your mind?
Thank you.
Fuck me.
So that's really the reason why he chose him. I think he's incredible. I think he's very cute. I don't think I've ever actually used him as my team to go beat the Elite Four. But I love the little bastard all the same.
Right.
So that's why he's in my number 3 spot.
Yeah. Now, my number 3 is one that probably most people would never put on their list. And that's Lantern.
Really?
Water electric type, right? Which is a type combination I've always really liked. And I didn't get into Rotom until much, much later. And so, in fact, when I was doing the Gen 2 remakes, I played those Gen 2 remakes a lot, by the way. Over and over and over again. Because I really liked the Pokemon following you kind of thing. And there were a few Pokemon that I often had in my team, and Lantern was one of them. Because that type combination rocks. Water electric is a good one. It covers a lot of stuff. Usually that's things that you have to allocate 2 different slots for, and I ended up not needing to do that. I think he's also really derpy and kind of cute looking. Chinchou is as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I really like Lantern. I've used him a lot, and I think that people don't generally talk about him, and I think that he's worth more than that. So, strange pick, I know. Most people probably wouldn't say it, but he's definitely my number 3.
Fair enough. So my number 2 for Gen 3 is
Gen 2.
Gen 2, sorry, let's scroll down. My number 2 for Gen 2, there we go, is Shuckle.
Don't fuck with the Shuckle.
Don't fuck with the Shuckle. Mm-hmm. The reason for this being is that when I first got into the games in Gen 3, so Shuckle was there, I remember going through Cerebi.net and trying to build like my dream team and all that stuff to compete with my friends and battle them and all that. And I remember looking at Shuckle and looking at his moveset and getting a devious idea, and I wasn't sure if it would work. Mm-hmm. But I got one, and I bred the fuck out of it to get the right nature and the right EVs, and then trained up the right IVs and all that stuff. It was a nightmare.
And it's so much simpler now.
Right? But I got the little bastard just as I wanted it, and it turns out, Shuckle will fuck you up.
Yeah.
I named him Hadrian, as if Hadrian's Wall, which you can look that up if you don't know what it is.
And you're going to collide with him.
Right. And it just destroyed shit. And then somebody else made the YouTube video telling them how to do what I did to get the most damage out of Shuckle. I'm like, you motherfuckers, I had it first.
Yeah.
Because I got it.
I'm sure you didn't have it first.
I'm sure I didn't have it first because I came in a whole generation later. But whatever. But yeah, I absolutely love the amount of damage he could do. I love his cute little design.
It is good.
Rock with little bitty blurbs sticking out.
And he gives you juice.
Yeah. So I really liked him in battle. I liked using him to destroy my friends. And it was a huge moment in Pokemon gaming for me, grinding out and leveling him up to be like tournament worthy. Even if I never actually went and do a tournament thing.
Right.
So I loved him a whole lot.
So I'll be real with you, Johto is not my favorite of the series. I think that starters wise, Johto has the second worst starters in the series after Gen 5.
Okay.
That said, I've always really had a soft spot for Typhlosion. So he's my number 2, and despite the fact that he's a mono fire, he's actually by far my favorite fire starter Pokemon. Well, maybe not by far. There's one other that's pretty close, but he's not my favorite in that generation either. But Typhlosion, I really like the fire badger kind of thing. I think Cyndaquil is adorable as well. Quilava is also great. Typhlosion is just so badass as well. And he was my first level 100 that I ever had in my gold.
Oh, okay.
And then I abused the shit out of the duplication glitch. So I just had a team full of level 100 Typhlosians.
I got
because I didn't know how to play the game when I was that young.
Okay.
But all the same, it was a good time. I really liked that Typhlosion, and his name was Typhlosion, and he was my little badger friend. So I liked him. So he's my number 2. It's only for nostalgia. If I were to build a team, I would never put Typhlosion on that team.
Never say never. Anyways, my number 1 for Gen 2 is my favorite evolution, and that is Umbreon.
God, I knew you were going to pick wrong.
I fucking love Umbreon.
I knew you were going to pick the wrong evolution from Gen 2. I fucking knew it.
It's the right one. It's the only right one. Because the other one sucks. So, Umbreon is gorgeous to me. I absolutely love the color scheme. I love the design. I go out of my way to get it. I know it's not the best Pokemon, and it kind of hurts putting it in my team sometimes because it doesn't have a particularly great moveset. I don't care. I love it so fucking much. It might be my number 1 overall, like out of all of them.
Wow.
Right? Probably tied with Gengar, to be honest. I love Umbreon. So, I try to hide it, but, we decided to make this list, and now I get to show it.
I'll be real with you. I really like Umbreon's design, especially his shiny.
Yeah.
His shiny's real good.
I like the regular version the best, though.
Yeah, it's fine. But, man, just mono dark types, I just don't have time for. I'm like, what's the point of this? There's nothing. Dark is a great accoutrement type, I think, but as your only type, I think it's just worthless. Compared to Psychic, with the Kato look, really like Espeon. Not my favorite, but I like Espeon.
So I'm sorry, is your whole counter argument just ditching mine?
Yeah.
Rather than just reading off your number 1?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware this was racist hate speech.
It's a debate.
With you against Dark, you bastard.
Anyway, my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon is a Pokemon I didn't really know that I liked until I really put him in my team, and I think I put him in my team in like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. And that's Heracross.
Ooh, okay. Didn't expect that one.
I didn't really get the bug type until like Gen 6. I thought it was kind of weak and stupid, and why would I ever use that? And later on, I'll tell you why that changed, but for now, when I think I was playing through Alpha Sapphire, I put a Heracross in my team, because I'm like, well, bug type's good, and I need a fighting type. Might as well. And I really kind of fell in love with him throughout the playthrough. I think he's got a good design. I think he's got an interesting kind of Pokedex stuff, and I like him in the anime. He was always trying to give Bulbasaur the suck. And then...
Okay.
That's true. And then he's just a really solid combatant as well. He's a good Pokemon to have on your team. He can kind of carry you, actually, if you build him right anyway. So I really like Heracross. I think he's great.
If I remember right, in some of the bug catching contests, he was by far the best one to catch.
Right. He's up there anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like Scyther and Pinsir and Heracross in there that are all high tier. Yeah. But if you haven't raised a Heracross, I highly recommend it. It's well worth it. So.
Yeah, and give Mono Dark a chance.
I have.
Give Mono Dark more of a chance than this bastard.
It sucks.
No, he's wrong.
Oh, I guess so.
Umbreon number 1. Tied for number 1.
Okay.
But that's it. That's our Gen 2 list. Let us know what you think down below. More importantly, share your top 3. Or just top 1. Or if you have like a top 50. Don't care. I want to see them all.
Question why I would put Lantern in my top 3. I understand.
Yeah,
it's a strange choice.
Tell me I'm wrong about Umbreon.
I will.
And then I'll call
look
you
for my comment in the YouTube section. Calling Bobby out for his bullshit evolution choice.
Yeah, not my fault. I have good taste.
Yes, it is. All right, guys. Next time we're going to travel to the archipelago for Hoenn.
Thank you so much, guys.
Goodbye.